there has to be a ceasefire in place before you can
I
negotiate.
think yes.
Russia has launched some of its biggest attacks against Ukraine since President Trump's summit with President Putin in Alaska. Give us a sense of what's happening right now on the battlefield. Is Ukraine losing this war or winning this war?
We are not losing this war, and Putin is not winning. And really, his army now in the weak position. I think so, because they really, from the beginning of this war, they could occupy 1% of our land, but they spend 1,300,000 people.
Part of President Trump's success with Israel and Hamas was that he applied pressure to all sides. Does President Trump need to get tougher with President Putin?
Yes, and even more, because Putin is something similar, but more strong than Hamas. It's more bigger war, and he is the second army in the world, and that's why more pressure.
You know, during the Biden administration, you repeatedly asked for sophisticated weapon systems, and there were long delays in receiving them. Do you believe those delays were an obstacle to your winning on the battlefield?
Very difficult question, and I have to find something similar answer. Yep, you know, from the very beginning of this war, we've been not in comparable circumstances with Russia. First, the second biggest army in the world, then they attacked us. And they attacked us by missiles, by everything, by long range. They attacked us by a lot of different things. We didn't have it. But what we had, our willingness, and we are very free people. That's all we have. And of course, our people and our warriors. But then we began to produce. And of course, when we began to produce and began to push out Russian, and we pushed them from 50% of the occupied territory from the beginning of the war, we pushed them during first months. And of course, we needed very big support. We are thankful to all the countries, but of course, if deliveries go quicker, yeah, and when it's slow, it's understandable that Russia knows everything. You know, like about Tomahawks, for example, before this administration, previous administration, I asked for long range. I asked about Tomahawks. Russians did not prepare. They didn't know about it. Of course, such surprises, of course, they can make you more stronger. But then we spoke so long time. Now everybody knows now about Tomahawks, and Putin calls to President Trump. I think one of the reasons because he's afraid that President will give us Tomahawks. Enough pressure on him and he will be ready. In any way, he afraid of his society. More pressure on him and not so comfortable life for his nation. They will pressure on him. He afraid only of his society because he wants to be president till he will die. And that's why, of course, he needs society to support him. That's why he count on continuation of this war. And that is what the big question, the big challenge for all of us. That's why I'm not sure that in Budapest he will be ready. But if, God bless, President will pressure on him, and if Putin will be ready for any format, again, I'm sorry that I'm repeating, any format of negotiations, bilateral, trilateral, any kind of, I think it will be good.